Amy stood by the old barn, the morning sun painting streaks across the weathered wood. In her hand, not a letter, but an ancient, ruggedized hard drive she'd found buried beneath Ty's workbench. A digital ghost from a life she thought was lost forever. As she plugged it into an old laptop, her fingers trembled. The cryptic files within, marked only with dates long past, suggested Ty was alive. And more than that, he was writing to her, sending coded messages she hadn't known to look for. What truly happened to him after that fateful day? Why now, after all these silent years? And most of all, could she ever truly understand, let alone forgive, the deception, no matter how well-intentioned? Ty Borden, with his quiet strength and unwavering dedication to Amy and Heartland, was the heart of the family. His love for Amy was the kind that resonated with viewers, a testament to enduring bonds, a love story that defied the odds. But everything changed when Ty vanished. His supposed death, a gaping wound the show never quite healed. Fans were left reeling, heartbroken. One moment Ty was there, a steady presence, holding Amy, working with horses, raising Lindy, and the next, he was gone. Not just physically, but completely written out with a vague explanation of a tragic illness, a sudden, irreversible decline that felt deeply unsatisfying. His exit didn't feel like a proper goodbye. It felt unfinished, a narrative thread brutally cut. The official reason for Ty's departure was said to be a swift and devastating infection, a final, painful end. But for many viewers, the abruptness of his demise felt unsettling. There were no emotional farewells, no protracted hospital moments with Amy, no proper closure, just a sudden stark silence and then a significant time jump. It left a palpable emptiness in both the story and Amy's heart, a void that echoed across the ranch. And that's where the questions truly began. Across online forums and fan communities, theories started to surface. What if Ty didn't truly die? What if he was forced to go into hiding to protect Amy and Lindy, or even himself? Some fans pointed out how quickly and conveniently the explanation was offered. Others noticed subtle hints in later seasons, certain glances or snippets of dialogue, suggesting that Amy still felt Ty's presence, that perhaps she knew more than she let on, a quiet acceptance of a truth she couldn't voice. It wasn't just viewers clinging to hope. The way Amy handled her quiet sorrow seemed too contained, almost as if she was waiting for something, for a signal only she would recognize. Heartland never gave us a proper mournful funeral scene for Ty either, just the quiet ranch moving forward, trying to fill the silence with work and routine. And while this might have been a creative decision, many believed it was intentional, designed to keep the possibility of his return alive, a flickering flame in the darkness. Now in season 19, the tides are shifting. The new trailer offers tantalizing glimpses that Amy's past is resurfacing, and a part of that past is undoubtedly Ty. Could this be the moment fans have been anticipating for so long? One significant rumor-generating buzz online is about encrypted data logs Amy discovers in episode 1. Insiders claim that these logs don't just mention Ty, they read as if they were written by him, addressed directly to Amy, full of coded messages and hidden truths. Some even believe Ty is alive, and this season will finally unravel the truth behind his mysterious disappearance. Was he coerced into leaving? Was there a hidden criminal element they never knew about? An animal trafficking ring he was trying to expose? Did someone orchestrate his vanishing act to silence him? All of this places Amy squarely at the center once more. Her quiet demeanor regarding Ty's absence could signify more than just grief. It could mean she knew, or at least suspected, that Ty wasn't truly gone, that there was more to his story, a deeper, darker secret he was forced to keep. The ranch may seem peaceful, but her heart might be far from it. If Ty is alive, why didn't he return sooner? What could compel a man to abandon his family for such an extended period, faking his own death? And most importantly, how would Amy truly react if Ty suddenly stood before her again? Would she break down in tears of relief or resentment? Would she find it in her heart to forgive, or would she shut him out entirely, unable to reconcile the man she loved with the man who deceived her? Heartland Season 19 is shaping up to be a season of revelations, but also perhaps more profound questions. The possibility of Ty's return, whether in person or through the echoes of his digital past, has already reignited the passion fans once felt, a burning curiosity for the truth. And if the show genuinely brings him back into Amy's life, it could be one of the most emotionally charged twists Heartland has ever delivered. A true test of love and forgiveness. Amy was never one to openly display her deepest pain. She carried it like a quiet burden, strong on the outside, but internally, chipping away piece by piece. After Ty's unexplained departure, she didn't scream or lash out. She simply kept moving forward, tending to the horses, raising Lindy, forcing a smile when others were watching. A brave face for the world, but anyone truly observant could see it. Amy wasn't truly healing. She was merely enduring, her grief a constant heavy companion. In the seasons following Ty's exit, Amy's sorrow wasn't loud or dramatic. It was deeply buried, but buried pain rarely truly disappears. It festers, it simmers, waiting for the right moment to erupt. And as the days turned into years, fans began to discern something subtle in Amy's behavior. She wasn't angry, nor was she entirely hopeless. She seemed to be in a perpetual state of waiting, as if she hadn't fully accepted Ty's absence, as if a part of her still harbored a faint belief that he might one day return, that the final chapter of their story hadn't been written. This emotional quietude is beginning to fray. The trailer shows Amy in moments of raw vulnerability, a sight viewers haven't witnessed in a long time. Gazing out at the familiar fields with tears welling in her eyes, clutching something precious to her chest, perhaps a small forgotten item of Ty's, a physical link to his memory. Her voice trembles as she utters, "I think it's time I let go." But what does truly letting go entail? Is she finally accepting Ty's permanent absence, preparing to move on? Or is she contemplating forgiveness for his unexplained departure, even if it means forgiving a ghost? The notion of forgiveness is what's truly captivating fans, because it's no longer solely about mourning, it's about confronting a complex truth. If Ty chose to leave on his own, for reasons unknown or to protect his family, then Amy's heartbreak isn't just about profound loss, it's about a profound sense of abandonment and betrayal, a love fractured by impossible choices. And yet, in the new season, she's depicted softening, even offering genuine smiles in moments where viewers might expect bitterness, a flicker of light in her shadowed eyes. Could this signify the beginning of a profound internal transformation, a shift from enduring to truly living again? Some leaked information from the set hints at an intensely emotional flashback scene, where Amy is seen rereading old messages from Ty's hidden digital logs. One particular entry, never before revealed, may contain a heartfelt apology, a true one. "I never wanted to leave. I had no choice. It was the only way to keep you safe from the darkness I uncovered." That single sentence could be the catalyst for her journey back to inner peace, not just for her own sake, but for her daughter Lindy, who deserves to understand her father beyond mere photographs and whispered tales, beyond the official story of his death. Forgiveness is a difficult path, especially for someone like Amy, who gave Ty so much of herself, her trust, her dreams, her unwavering support. But sometimes forgiveness isn't solely about the other person, it's about liberating oneself from the shackles of anger and sorrow. And perhaps, just perhaps, Amy is finally prepared to release that immense emotional burden, to free herself from the ghost of what was. This pivotal emotional arc could redefine Amy's character entirely. For years she has been the steadfast one, the gifted horse whisperer, the emotional anchor of Heartland. But now we might witness her in a new light, someone vulnerable, someone actively healing, someone brave enough to embrace deep emotion once more, to truly live again. And in doing so, Heartland may deliver one of its most honest and resonant storylines to date, a raw exploration of love, loss, and the power of forgiveness. As the season unfolds, all eyes are fixed on Amy. Will she truly relinquish the grip of the past, allowing Ty's memory to fade? Or will she unearth a truth that fundamentally alters everything she thought she knew, forcing her to confront the ultimate choice? One thing is undeniably certain: this season isn't simply about moving on, it's about confronting and making peace with the emotional turmoil within, and perhaps finding a new kind of closure. It wasn't just a letter, it was an encrypted data log, a digital time capsule hidden away in a forgotten corner of Ty's old laptop, a place only Amy would eventually think to look. She wasn't seeking answers that morning, just trying to salvage old photos. But what she stumbled upon instead turned her world completely upside down. The digital signature was unmistakable, Ty's unique encryption key, his digital fingerprint. It had been years since she'd thought about his coding quirks, and now they stared back at her from the worn screen. The full contents of the data logs haven't been officially disclosed, but fans and insider rumors overwhelmingly point in the same direction. This message is from Ty, and it doesn't just reminisce about the past, it elucidates it. It doesn't just bid farewell, it offers profound apologies. It warns. And most crucially, it opens the door to a hidden truth no one was truly prepared for. Imagine opening an encrypted file from the man you deeply loved, the man you thought had simply walked away, and reading words like, "I had to vanish to expose them and keep you safe. Please don't hate me for my silence." That's the kind of profound emotional maelstrom Amy now confronts. Not just the enduring ache of loss, but also feelings of betrayal, deep confusion, and something even more unsettling, the pervasive sense that everything she believed about his departure was a meticulously constructed lie. What if Ty never truly died? What if something or someone forced him into a life in the shadows? There are persistent whispers within the Heartland fandom that Ty became entangled in something incredibly perilous, something even Jack wasn't privy to, an undercover operation for a shadowy environmental agency, a deep dive into an illegal animal trafficking ring that led him too close to the truth. Far-fetched perhaps, but this is Heartland, where even the most tranquil pastures can conceal tumultuous stories beneath the surface. This data log could be the catalyst for a mystery that completely reshapes Season 19. Perhaps the show is subtly building towards a revelation that Ty's abrupt exit wasn't a death, it was a desperate, calculated escape, a mission of self-sacrifice. And if that proves to be the case, then Amy forgiving him isn't the conclusion of the story, it's the thrilling commencement of a new one, a dangerous quest for truth. Some fans theorize that the data log was intended to be discovered years ago, but was somehow corrupted or hidden by someone who wished to keep Ty's activities a secret. Others suggest the data wasn't even primarily for Amy, but for a contact in his undercover work, and it simply got lost in the shuffle of time. Either way, its unexpected discovery now alters everything. In the trailer, we catch a glimpse of Amy sitting alone, gazing at the laptop screen. She doesn't openly weep. She doesn't smile. She simply clutches it close, as if it's a fragile piece of Ty she's terrified of losing all over again. A digital echo of his presence. That silent, poignant moment conveys more than any words ever could. Because when someone you love vanishes without explanation, and then reaches out after years of profound silence, the pain doesn't simply dissipate. It intensifies, morphing into a complex tapestry of emotions, grief, anger, confusion, and a desperate hope. But this data log also offers something Heartland fans haven't experienced since Ty's exit: hope. Hope that his story isn't definitively over. Hope that he's not merely a cherished memory, but a man still out there somewhere, fighting a hidden battle. A man who made incredibly difficult choices. A man who might, against all odds, return. And if Ty truly does return, whether physically or through more hidden digital messages or unexpected appearances, then Heartland isn't merely narrating a story of profound healing, it's narrating a story of redemption, of tenacious survival, and of a love that steadfastly refused to perish. Amy now holds more than just an old hard drive, she holds the potential for the next compelling chapter of her life. And the question every viewer is silently posing is, will she dare to decrypt on? Or will she metaphorically wipe it clean and finally walk away from the lingering ghost of the past? For years, Amy's heart, though resilient, seemed intrinsically linked to one man. Ty wasn't just her trusted friend, he was a confidant, a shared history, a profound connection. So when he inexplicably vanished, it felt as if time itself had come to a standstill. Amy didn't just lose a companion, she lost a piece of her anticipated future, a future they had built together. But now, with Season 19 hinting at Ty's shadow returning, and a mysterious datalog unlocking hidden truths from the past, fans are grappling with a pressing question. Is Amy finally ready to open her heart to love again? The answer might prove to be far from straightforward. In the trailer, there's a particular moment that captivates viewers. Amy standing beside a new man, tall, unfamiliar, yet possessing a quiet, reassuring presence. He's not a vet, but a skilled computer forensics expert, a silent protector. He gently helps her navigate the cryptic digital interface of Ty's old drive, and a genuine smile graces her lips. Not a forced smile, but a truly authentic one, a genuine flicker of connection. For the first time since Ty's departure, it appears Amy's formidable emotional walls might be beginning to crumble, brick by painful brick. But who exactly is he? And more importantly, is Amy truly seeking someone new, or is she merely attempting to move forward from a haunting presence, a ghost that refuses to rest? Rumors suggest this new character is a dedicated IT specialist hired by Jack, ostensibly to manage the ranch's increasingly complex digital records, but secretly to help Amy decrypt Ty's hidden files. Someone who comprehends Amy's world without attempting to fill Ty's shoes. Someone who understands her loyalty to the past, but encourages her to build a future. That alone feels refreshing, because Amy doesn't require saving. She needs someone who allows her to be both incredibly strong and beautifully vulnerable simultaneously. Someone who sees the woman she is now, not simply the girl she was with Ty, but the complex, resilient woman she has become, forged by sorrow and strength. However, the timing of his arrival is undeniably complicated, with the mysterious datalog powerfully pulling Amy's focus back to Ty. Amy's heart is metaphorically pulled in two distinct directions: the enduring memory of a love that irrevocably shaped her, and the nascent possibility of a new one that could offer genuine healing, a chance at a different kind of happiness. And fans are visibly divided. Some vehemently argue that Amy deserves happiness, even if it's with someone entirely new, a fresh start. Others contend she should exercise caution. What if Ty is still alive? What if he's genuinely coming back, stepping out of the shadows? Can she truly risk opening her heart again, only to have the past unexpectedly reappear on her doorstep, jeopardizing everything? There's also the added weight of Lindy. Amy isn't simply a woman navigating personal healing, she's a mother. Introducing someone new isn't solely about her own feelings, it's about establishing trust, ensuring stability, and discerning whether this new individual can accept the undeniable shadow of Ty that will perpetually linger in the background. Because regardless of how many years may pass, Ty remains Lindy's father, and in many profound ways, still Amy's most significant love, the bedrock of her emotional landscape. Season 19 appears to be expertly navigating this complex emotional terrain. The possibility of a new romance exists, but it's presented cautiously. It's multi-layered. It's raw. Amy isn't impulsively rushing into someone's arms, she's tentatively testing the waters, afraid to feel deeply again, yet too weary to continue pretending she doesn't, too tired for the charade. And here's where Heartland might truly surprise its audience. Perhaps Amy won't immediately plunge into a new romantic relationship. Perhaps the season is less about discovering someone new, and more about Amy rediscovering herself, her own desires, her own path forward. Perhaps, just perhaps, love will emanate not from another man, but from finally forgiving Ty for his silence, releasing the lingering guilt, and learning to genuinely smile without the underlying current of pain, a smile truly her own. Or perhaps the man glimpsed in the trailer becomes something more profound. Perhaps he gently helps her open up again, slowly, carefully, not replacing Ty, but standing alongside the memory, not eclipsing it, a supportive presence in her life. The future of Amy's love life isn't about eradicating the past, it's about choosing whether to remain tethered to it, or finally step forward into something uncertain, something real, something truly her own, a future she sculpts for herself. And as viewers, we are left to ponder, is Amy truly ready to embrace love again, or is her heart still patient?